Hello. The biggest bugbear with me, with modern day televisions, is the amount of backlight failures that we have, even though they do help pay my mortgage sometimes. It is such a problem, and especially with brands like Panasonic and Sony, because they give out a code. Panasonic does a 1-blink code if a backlight issue is in force, and Sony do a 6-blink code, and we're going to bypass the Sony one. It's worth pointing out this is a Sony 32-inch TV, and I'm going to focus in on the chip in particular that we're going to play with, as well as this going into a 6-blink code. And just before it goes into the 6-blink code, this TV kind of reboots 2 or 3 times. Never seen that before, but only on this model. Maybe it's some that the later ones are doing. Not too sure. We've tested the backlights thoroughly. Every backlight is working. It's not drawing too many amps. The current is fine and the voltage is fine. And we're going to be looking at this little pin here, which is technically pin 2. Let's just do a... So if your chip looks like this and is a BD9423EFV, then you've come to the right place. This is the LED driver chip, and now, I thought it would be awfully good to have a look at the datasheet, because that's going to help us. Incidentally, I must put out a little disclaimer here. All driver boards are different in different models, but if you can find the chip and then find the datasheet for your chip, you're one step further to success. Because in a way, especially on the Panasonics and the Sonys with these error codes, some of these backlights we're being forced to replace a lot sooner than we should. I'm quite convinced that doing what I'm just about to do will actually enable this TV to remain working for a year, 2 years, without even taking the screen out and putting a brand new set of LEDs in. Bearing in mind, this is an LED edge-lit set, so if there are 1 or 2 of the 6-volt LEDs out, it would cause a bit of a gap, a shadow, and a line, so it's not worth doing. But as I said earlier, I've done a test and we've gone through every single LED and it's fine. So that's why we're attacking the driver. So anyway, back to the datasheet. And in particular, look at pin 2. It has the word fail. Now, of course, that's a word we get used to an awful lot in the electronic industry, but on this particular occasion, it's pin 2 that sends the fail message to the main board, which then shuts it down and causes the 6 blinks. So basically, all we want to do is get rid of pin 2. Now, just for the purposes of this video, I'm being heavy-handed and I'm using a pick just to pluck away at pin 2. If, of course, you want to be professional and unsolder it and then take away pin 2 and then solder it back on, more power to your elbow. But once you've done that and pin 2 disappears, you will notice that the Sony logo will come on and it goes off. And on comes the TV. So no more of this rebooting and no more 6 blinks. And it's worth noting that you can do this with quite a few TVs. You just have to find out the diagram and the pinout for the LED driver chip, download the datasheet, find out which one is the fail or which one sends the error message to the main board, and get rid of it if you're feeling brave. But it's easy enough to do on the Sonys, so maybe this will help you. Maybe it'll buy you some time while you order some backlights from China, but we've been doing this for a few years now, and the TV continues to last for quite some time. In fact, I don't think I've had one back. Just bear in mind, it's fine on a backlit TV, because there may be just one dodgy backlight. On an edge-lit TV, you have to make sure that the lights are still working, all of them, otherwise you will get a shadow. Anyway, just a quickie for a bit of fun. Hope that helps. The Sony lives. Didn't cost us a penny.